No, I'm just grateful to be here. Grateful to be here.
You know, we met up and we had a conversation. I came and visited the school, but I want you to be able to tell the audience right now, tell us more about Alan T. Sugiyama. This is an amazing feat you guys are doing out there in the Rainier Beach area, but tell us about it.
Okay. So yeah, thank you for asking. So the whole concept actually started, I would say 6 years ago, because I was actually the assistant principal at the time, and Dr. Laura Davis Brown was the principal. And so I would have to say we actually had this vision for the South End around creating these pathways for our young people. And we wanted to also have partnerships because we knew that we had an obligation when it comes to educating our young people. The obligation was we cannot do learning like it's been done for too many years. We can't do it. We have too much of an obligation. And so what we decided to do is bring in teaching artists into our program and to build these partnerships so that way our young people not only get the best academics, and when I say the best academics, the importance of it is that they have to look at how we do math, right? Looking at what is math and how can it be done? That's the question that all of we refer to each other as family. That's really what it is. It's like a small community, small family. And it's really important that we're constantly asking ourselves questions about learning and how can we do it differently as it relates to the academic side of it. Now, on the arts and entertainment pathways side, it was really important to make sure we brought in people from the community that's connected and have relationships, because once we reached out to the different partners that we currently have, it's one thing for people to say, okay, this is what we're about, but if this is really what we're about and truly what we're about, we want to see it in the partnerships. And so with all of our partners, I commend them because they're taking that next step about being about what they say they are, so being known for their works.
Yeah.
That's really what it's all about. And so we have the arts and entertainment pathways that's been developing over the 6 years. And I just actually came into the principal role this year. So this is my first year in the principal role, but I'm definitely keeping the vision that was originally started 6 years ago. What we also did was we actually, in our rebranding process, we actually started, we renamed our school because a lot of people know it as South Lake High School. And the reason that we retained South Lake, because now it's known as Alan T. Sugiyama High School at South Lake, because we were in the rebranding process when we were actually approached by the Sugiyama family regarding the name change. And it was a perfect fit. We had to make sure that it was a perfect fit. And what we found out is that it was great because the family was looking to connect themselves with a school in the community that represented who Alan T. Sugiyama was. He was a strong leader in our community, during the civil rights, and he fought for all people. And what was amazing about it, he created the Center for Career Alternative Programs, and it helped so many people, so many. And when we first started when we changed the name, what was amazing about it is that when we were telling people that we were thinking about changing the name, so many people were connected to him already. So it was almost a given that we had to have us come together, as one community to lift up the South End. The other piece that we incorporated in our program is we partnered with the Y Scholars program because we also wanted to create a college and career pathways for our young people, because what it really is about is not just the attainment of that diploma. We want young people to look beyond the diploma. That's really what it's about. So we have a plan, a pathway, and exposing them to so many of the possibilities and opportunities that's in the arts and entertainment, that they would not have the opportunity to be exposed to had it not been for this incredible group of partners that now we can call families are part of.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because I was really impressed. I mean, talking to you and walking through the school and understanding that there is a lot of people pouring into these scholars there at ATS at Southlake. You guys really are saying we needed to reach out, like you said, to those professionals and those experts. Tell us about some of the ways that you did that and who these amazing partners are.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you for that question. So I'm going to have to just tell you that one of our guests on the ATS takeover today, we referred to him as the legend, Steve Sneed. So it started with the conversation with Steve Sneed because he and I, attend the same church. And he was over the church school, and I have 3 sons and they all go to the church school. And at one of the presentations, I heard the legend make a comment about his upcoming retirement. And then I said to myself, I need the legend to be part of building this incredible hub in the south end of Seattle. And so it really started with the conversation with the legend and his relationships and the importance of relationships. Because had it not been for the legend, I have to be honest, I don't think we would have been able to pull together the incredible list of partners, family members that we currently have. So right now we have the residency, thanks to Jace, because Jace was a tremendous supporter of our program. And so he and I, talked over time because we wanted to get the music as a component and for our young people to really get a chance to experience music. And so the residency signed up. And so again, they're making sure that they're about what they say they're about, being known for their works. We have the Seattle rep, who's also partnered with us. We have KEXP Radio, who's on board. We have Ground Zero Radio, also part of it. The CD Forum for Arts and Ideas are on board as well, creating incredible internship opportunities for our young people. And we also have Anthony Tackett, who does the storytelling and filmmaking course at our program. And so those are just a few, to name a few, but I'm more than confident that it's going to continue to grow as we build this important hub for our young people. I mean, it's crucial that we build it, but we have to build it right with the right foundations, the right individuals. And that's really what I feel that we've been able to do. And the biggest thing, we talk about our vision, right? And our vision, we are a family that believes, inspires, and empower voice and choice. But in order to do that, we have to continue to work collectively because we can't do it alone. And we have another term that we use, remixing education, right? Remixing education. That's the obligation we have as educators. I could have easily came on board, done school like we've always done it, but we're losing too many young people. At some point, I used to say to myself, at what point are people going to just step out and do the right thing for our young people? Looking at data, our students, we don't have enough students. We're losing low enrollment. Students are off track to graduate. It's not, brains, it's not brain surgery. We are not connecting, truly engaging young people. And that's really what we figured out as a family. We have to engage young people. And this is the most powerful way we found to do it. And then our next step is we got to let our families and communities know that we're there. Because that's the biggest piece, that we've been unseen for so many years. Even people who live close by didn't know that we were there. And so just imagine to be in a place and to be invisible, right? To be invisible.
It's so true. And that's why I'm really glad that you guys could come on. We could do an ATS school takeover today. I really appreciate the gear. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Told you I got you. But you're absolutely right. I think awareness is key, and having strong advocates of the school like you do with the family and the partners that you guys have is also really key to that. But when I was in the school, I could feel that vibe of just the connectivity of you and Tack, you guys showing me around. And really there's a bunch of intentionality intentionality there. But let folks know, because this is something where it's a choice school, right? It's an
Yes.
option school.
Yes,
So
yes.
when people are like, man, wait a minute, do I got to live in the district? What do I got to do?
Right.
There's a way for their child to go to ATS, right?
No, absolutely, absolutely. And all it takes is if they go contacting the enrollment services at the Seattle Public Schools, they can actually refer, and it goes step by step on what families need to do to get started into the pathway of remixing their students' learning. And the other thing is that if they call the school, is our the number or the number.
Yeah.
So if they call 206-252-6600, ask for our registrar Anna, and Anna will absolutely help them step by step on what they need to do to make this space their home.
Well, I think that's so important too, because we're talking about accessibility.
Yes.
And sometimes when you're talking about awareness, I always, the next thing I think of is how accessible is it to families?
Mhm.
Because you're right. I mean, you were telling me some of the history of this school. And when you guys began to do the rebranding, it was because it wasn't just about completion of graduation or getting, your credits right? It wasn't just about
Absolutely.
that. But you guys said, no, we got to be intentional. And you guys are meeting students where they are in terms of their interests, which I'm
Absolutely.
so glad I get to talk with Anthony and with Steve here today,
Yes.
because I understand that is the intentionality that I think is so prevalent there. So I appreciate all of your work on this school, Doctor. I've got to tell you, you're
Okay.
doing amazing work. And I'm just glad that you guys could be on today so we can help share it with our audience, because a part of it is awareness,
Yes.
them knowing, like you said,
Right.
that you are there. You can look right there and let them know
Okay.
how they can reach out to you if they got questions about this process.
Absolutely. So if anyone is interested in becoming part of the ATS family at Southlake, please, again, you can contact the Seattle Public School Enrollment Office and they will assist you in that. Or you can call our school directly at area code 206-252-6600. And what I always tell families that, even inquire about us, if you go to our website, it's atsremixingeducation.com, and you just from visiting that website will get a feel of what the culture of voice and choice is really all about. And again, it's atsremixingeducation, one word, .com. And again, we would love to have you come join the ATS family.
Absolutely. It's so welcoming. You know what? Thank you so much. We pulled this together quick, but I told you, I said, this is important. We got to make
Absolutely.
sure our community knows about it. Thank you so much, Dr. Joe Powell. We appreciate your work.
And thank you for always being known for your works.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's a must.